My girlfriend's car was parked outside my brother's house at 2 in the morning. I know because I drove past it on my way home from a night shift. That's when I realized the two people I trusted most in the world had been betraying me for months. And the worst part? Everyone else already knew. My name is Tyler. I'm 29 years old, and this is the story of how one drive home destroyed my family. I work as a nurse at County General, 12-hour night shifts in the ER. It's exhausting work, but I love it. Saving lives, helping people in their worst moments. I thought I was building something good. A career, a future with my girlfriend Emma, a strong relationship with my younger brother Kyle. I was wrong about all of it. Emma and I had been together for 3 years. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party. She was a graphic designer, creative and spontaneous, everything I wasn't. I'm practical, organized, the responsible one. She brought excitement into my structured life. We talked about moving in together, about marriage someday. I'd already started looking at rings. Kyle was 26, worked in sales, always been the charming one in our family. Growing up, I was the serious older brother. He was the fun one everyone loved. We were close, despite being different. Or I thought we were close. About 6 months ago, I'd worked a brutal shift. 16 hours instead of 12 because we were short-staffed. Car accident came in around midnight, multiple casualties, all hands on deck. By the time I clocked out at 2 a.m., I was destroyed. Exhausted, emotionally drained, just wanting to get home, shower, and sleep. I took my usual route, which happens to go past Kyle's neighborhood. He lives about 10 minutes from me, in the apartment complex near downtown. As I drove past, something caught my eye. A car parked in front of his building. Emma's car. I recognized it immediately. Silver Honda Civic with a dent in the back bumper from when she'd backed into a pole last year. Distinctive rainbow sticker on the rear window. I slowed down, thinking maybe I was seeing things. Maybe it just looked like her car. But no, the license plate confirmed it. That was Emma's car parked outside my brother's apartment at 2 in the morning. My brain tried to find innocent explanations. Maybe her car broke down nearby and Kyle was helping her. But her car was running fine last time I'd seen it. Maybe there was some emergency. But she would have called me. I'm a nurse. If something was wrong, I'd be the first person she'd contact. Unless the emergency was me finding out what they were doing. I parked down the street, hands shaking, trying to decide what to do. The way Emma always wanted to know my exact work schedule. How she and Kyle both seemed uncomfortable when we were all together. How Kyle had stopped asking about Emma, stopped making jokes about when I was going to propose. They'd been careful, but not careful enough. At 7 a.m., I called Kyle. He answered sounding groggy, surprised to hear from me so early. I asked what he did last night. He said he stayed home, watched a movie, went to bed early. The lie came so easily. I asked if he was sure. He said, yeah, why? I told him I'd seen Emma's car outside his apartment at 2 a.m. Silence. Long, damning silence. Then excuses started flowing. Emma had come over because she needed advice about something. About work. She'd been there for like 20 minutes. I asked why they hadn't told me. More silence. I asked how long this had been going on. He tried to deny it, but his voice cracked. I told him I wasn't stupid, that I'd seen the shadows in his window, that I knew what 2:30 a.m. visits meant. He started crying. Admitted they'd been seeing each other for 5 months. 5 months of sneaking around, lying to my face, betraying me while I worked night shifts, saving lives. I asked if he loved her. He said he didn't know, that it just happened, that they never meant to hurt me. I laughed at that. Never meant to hurt me. My cousin knew. Kyle's roommate knew. Apparently, half our social circle had known for months, and nobody told me. I was the only idiot in the dark, working my night shifts, while everyone else knew my girlfriend and brother were together. The humiliation was worse than the betrayal. They'd made me a joke. I told Emma to never contact me again. She started crying, saying we could work through this. I asked how. How do you work through your girlfriend sleeping with your brother? She had no answer. My parents called that afternoon. Kyle had told them. My mom was crying, saying she couldn't believe this had happened, that she'd raised him better. My dad was silent, didn't know what to say. I told them I needed space from the whole family. My mom protested, said Kyle made a mistake, but he was still my brother. I told her some mistakes are unforgivable. She asked if I'd ever forgive him. I said I honestly didn't know. Right now, all I felt was rage and betrayal and disgust that my own brother could do this. The next few days were hell. I blocked Emma everywhere, blocked Kyle too. But mutual friends kept messaging, taking sides, some defending them, saying love is complicated, others outraged on my behalf. I deleted social media entirely. Couldn't handle seeing their faces, couldn't handle people's opinions about my pain. My apartment felt haunted by memories. Emma's stuff was everywhere. Her toothbrush, her clothes in my closet, photos of us on the walls. I packed it all in boxes, left them in the hallway outside my door, texted her to pick them up when I wasn't home. Work became my refuge. 16-hour shifts that left me too exhausted to think. My colleagues noticed I was off but didn't pry. I was grateful for that. In the ER, there's an unspoken understanding that everyone's dealing with something. They gave me space, let me throw myself into the work. Saving strangers' lives was easier than confronting my destroyed personal life. At least in the ER, problems had solutions. Injuries could be treated, bleeding could be stopped, chaos could be controlled. My real life had no such fixes. Kyle tried to reach me through our parents, through friends, even showed up at my apartment once. I didn't answer the door. Just watched through the peephole as he stood there for 10 minutes, knocking, calling my name, finally leaving with his shoulders slumped. Part of me wanted to open that door, wanted to scream at him, to demand answers that would somehow make sense of this. But what answers could he give? What explanation would make it okay that he'd betrayed me with the woman I loved? There were no magic words that could fix what they'd broken. Emma sent a long email 3 weeks later, apologizing, explaining, justifying. Said she'd fallen out of love with me but didn't know how to say it. Said Kyle understood her in ways I didn't. Said they never wanted me to find out like this. The email was pages long, full of feelings and regrets and explanations that meant nothing. I read it once and deleted it. Her feelings didn't matter anymore. She'd made her choice. They both had. Every night for 5 months, they'd chosen each other over me, chosen to lie, to sneak around, to make me the fool who believed in them. It's been 3 months now. I still work the night shifts, still throw myself into work. I've started seeing a therapist who specializes in betrayal trauma. She says I need to process the grief, that losing a partner and a sibling at the same time is a compound loss. She's right. I'm not just mourning Emma. I'm mourning the brother I thought I had, the family dynamic that's now shattered beyond repair. My parents try to play peacemaker, want me to forgive, to move forward. But they don't understand. They weren't the ones betrayed. They didn't drive past Kyle's apartment at 2 a.m. and have their entire reality collapse. I heard through mutual friends that Emma and Kyle are officially together now, living together actually. Moved into a new place, making it official. Part of me wonders if they're happy, if their relationship was worth destroying mine, if the excitement of sneaking around translated into something real once it was exposed, or if they're discovering that relationships built on betrayal have shaky foundations. I don't actually want to know. Their happiness or unhappiness is no longer my concern. Dating seems impossible now. How do you trust someone after that? How do you introduce a new girlfriend to your family when your brother is the reason the last relationship ended? How do you explain that your family gatherings don't include your sibling because he slept with your girlfriend? The damage extends far beyond the relationship. It's infected everything. Holidays are awkward negotiations about who attends what. Friends have been divided into camps. My entire social structure collapsed because two people couldn't keep their hands off each other. Sometimes late at night, driving home from shifts, I still pass Kyle's old apartment complex. He doesn't live there anymore. Moved in with Emma somewhere across town. But I remember that night, seeing her car parked there, the moment before I knew for certain. There's a strange nostalgia for that last moment of innocence, the 30 seconds before I slowed down and recognized